Of Stranding. I'm here with my good old buddy, old pal, Fozzy from EyebleedMedia. How are you today, sir?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I know you are.
Oh, I'm about to hate on this game so goddamn much you have no idea. Now, let me
um,
get this out there, though, before I'm sorry I interrupted you. I love Hideo
ooh,
Kojima. I love his games. I love Metal Gear Solid. I'm not sold on this game. I'm just not. But I'm going to play the game because I want to support the man. But if the game is
yeah.
shit, I'm going to say shit while I'm
Oh
playing it.
no.
So
Oh.
I want to know, Father, what are your thoughts on the game?
I think it's going to be a very long and potentially very long-winded journey. But for someone like me, I don't care. I just want cutscenes. I want story. I want long talks, and I want to read a ton of lore. Um, What about you? What are your preconceived notions that you've gathered up about the game up until now?
I've seen the trailers, but I haven't put too much thought of them just because it's a new IP and I don't want to speculate. I know you do.
Why?
I,
Why
I, I
don't you
just
want to speculate?
because unlike the Metal Gear Solid games, I already knew what was going to happen. I have a base of the story that I can go off of. Here we got
Hmm.
nothing. It's a blank slate. It's like a book with no words yet.
You would
You
treat
know.
this like you would if there was a Metal Gear Solid 1 that came out next week, but there was no Metal Gear Solid game before that. This is the first time. So you're treating it the same way. Like,
Yes.
nah, man, I got nothing to. There's
Yep.
no jumping point.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
So speaking of which, what's your guess? How is the game going to go?
Oh man, look, I can't make any prediction as to what the overall arc is gonna be and how things will end up and whatnot. All I can muster up is that you are a dude who has to go from the East Coast to the West Coast to connect those bunker cities that they have sprawled out across the great old U.S. of A. And well, shit, how do I even get started on this? There's scenes with Mads Mikkelsen who plays Cliff, and it looks like we get to see some things in the past, maybe before the Death Stranding happens. But also, Cliff is a World War II officer. I think that he is Sam's father. That I think is a given. I think that's going to be the easiest reveal that they'll make. That anybody could go, oh yeah, I could so see that coming. This
You
could
see,
be all bullshit, by
I
the way.
didn't look into the trailers that much to be honest with you, dude. I didn't even give a fuck about it to be honest with you. I
Really,
just
you
saw the
just gave him the
trailers and
once
like,
over.
oh,
You
that's
just saw it.
great.
You just saw it as evidence of him doing things. Okay,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I just didn't want to come to a conclusion before I play the game for something that I don't know.
The best
Yeah.
thing is to try and come up with a conclusion, and then you know what? Guess what? If something happens and it wasn't what you guessed, you move on. Shit, I was wrong. What are you
Speaking
gonna
of
do?
which, I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. My boy Fozzy here used to think that Quiet was Chico in Metal Gear Solid 5.
It was a very sound argument from the internet, sir. It was the same. It was the same people who predicted who Venom Snake was before the game came out. So all bets are off as far as any Metal Gear related predictions. And God damn it, they did a good job of trying to string things together. I'm saying that, but like if you were to look at that image now, you go like, oh God, this is total bullshit.
I don't
You're
know,
an
dude.
idiot.
Fucking. Uh,
But I don't. But like that was fun enough to keep alive. Yeah, all right. It wasn't
see,
true, but like I was like, oh fuck, that would be so cool if that was a thing.
but I couldn't hate on it even though I did
Uh
because
huh.
at least we had a base for it. You know, because Chico did kind of look like Quiet. I'll give you
Right,
that
right.
much. You know, but it's like, damn, how did he get those perfect tits? I know it's surgeries, but you can't make him look that good.
You
Damn.
know how? The la li lu lay low.
Nanomachines.
Nano machines. They get bigger and smaller depending on your tastes.
I'll bring it back to Death Stranding because I don't want. If we start talking about Metal Gear, we're not gonna stop.
Well, okay, so I have the okay, that's the Cliff and Sam thing. Troy Baker, based on like the bit that
Old
I've seen
mask,
on
dude.
Huh?
That's what I'm calling him. Gold mask dude.
Gold mask dude. Cliff. No, not Cliff. He's Higgs. His name is Higgs.
Sounds like
No,
a '70s cop movie or cop drama. Cliff and Hicks.
yeah. Higgs and Wretch. Two buddy cops out on a mission to clean the city and clean each other's lives. Higgs is a straight man. All right,
Okay.
Troy Baker is I think that he's just the okay, whatever it is that the homo demons do, that they live on the West Coast. Whatever it is that they like doing, it really takes advantage of what this new world brings to people. Like they love that shit and they don't want to be bothered, and Higgs is the most extreme version of that. That's what I've gathered so far. He's the rival to Sam, I would say. And
Right. The liquid to
I'm
the
gonna
snake.
predict that he gets dropped pretty halfway through the game.
I think so.
I think so.
Ah.
He's not the big bad. He's the catalyst for maybe something worse, but he's not going to be anything really significant. Yeah.
I was gonna bring up Far Cry 3 with what's his face, the guy that was all insane.
Right.
He was like the focal point for the start of the game, but he wasn't the final bad guy.
No, which was their biggest mistake. But yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you're saying it is?
Yeah. Like I think Higgs will be fun. The little bit you see, he has the same sort of hamminess as Skullface, I feel. Like he just loves being a bad guy.
Oh, Skullface. Oh god, I hated that guy.
What? He's the best.
You know what I hate it? Why I hated it so much? Because fucking Kojima gave us the whole damn story in one trailer.
You still can't let that go. This
No.
is like 4 years ago now.
I don't give a damn. It still irks me. All this speculation was for nothing because the whole story was played out in one damn trailer.
No, man. Well, yeah. All the trailers that he revealed in Metal Gear Solid 5 were all the cutscenes in the game. Essentially, it's like probably 2 or 3 extra ones. All you had to do was just piece it. Yeah, but that just goes to show. That probably is the best example of like, dude, I showed you everything. And you still couldn't figure it out. A lot of people did though. A lot of people figured it out.
Yeah, see, but that's fun at least because again, you had a base to start off with. This game,
Yeah,
you have
I
nothing
get that.
still. You have absolutely.
But I mean, I could surmise
dick.
something. Like the most wildest prediction. I don't know if it's wild, but the
What
one
about
that
that?
I don't feel like.
The huge bitch at the end of that one trailer.
Sorry?
The huge bitch. What's her name?
Oh, yeah, she's the president, Emily. But she's the bad guy.
Right.
That's my prediction. She's actually the bad guy.
I mean, if she's that goddamn huge, I would presume so.
Well, I think that's because that's whatever happened in this new whatever that cataclysm is, and the effects that has now rules this new world. She has great advantage. Like she knows how to manipulate that world and maneuver in it and turn into a 50-foot monster. And that's like that. She's better than what Higgs thinks like he can do probably. Like you think those people in the West Coast, like Higgs people, like they're wild. They do their thing. They can probably morph to places, they can control like the rocks I saw in that one trailer. They can call up the animals and stuff. Everyone in the East Coast can do it too. The president can do it. The guy with the mask can do it. Like everyone can. It's just like they choose not to fucking go all out because maybe that's just like don't do it just because you could do it.
Right.
Restraint. But they, then they're painted as the bad guys too because it's all control or some shit. All right, I'm going off too much. This is the guy who made Metal Gear. It should be going off. There's going to be some deep fucking, Metal Gear Solid 2-esque message that isn't going to really mean anything now. People probably think there's a great parallel, and there most likely is. But there's probably some shit that's going to be said nobody's going to understand for like 10 or 15 years, just like Metal Gear Solid 2. Boy, time flies. We're almost there.
8 minutes. Well, yeah, my final take on this game is, I don't know if I'm gonna like the game yet.
Yeah.
I already hate it. That's you already said. I know it sounds
You
that's
already
stupid
hate
of
it.
me.
You already don't like what the bulk of the gameplay is gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna have an open mind to the game. I'm sure we're gonna, just like Metal Gear Solid 5, we're gonna have the ability to do so much shit and just run around in the terrain and just have fun that way, which is what I'm hoping for. The gameplay mechanics, since it doesn't seem like that much of a deep game. You know, it's
No.
not like Monster Hunter, for example, where
Right. Right.
it's so damn technical. This is not gonna be that game.
No.
So you're gonna deliver your packages, and you're gonna meet all these stupid people,
Yep.
including
Running.
Conan O'Brien. You know, I'm gonna try to kill him, and it's not gonna let me.
Yep. Nope.
You know, I'm just gonna enjoy it for what it is. I'm gonna try to enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who have already made up their mind. But maybe if you just sit down and give it a chance, you might enjoy it. There's he made this for a reason, and he's paced it the way he's paced it for a reason. And I think the main thing is it's like he wants you to feel like if you're in that situation, like that's the core of video games to me. Like really stepping out of your world into something else that I mean, that's a potential future. But to really step outside and pretend like you're actually walking this long ass distance from one place to the other with nothing but your head and a baby strapped to your chest.
Man, I just
Like,
hope we get that bike early in the game.
sorry?
I hope we get that hovercraft early in the game, or the bike.
Okay.
I don't want to have to just run everywhere for like 20 hours.
I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you do. Like that's the feeling. Like it's daunting and it's frustrating, and you should be angry, and it should be boring. Like that's how you're. Like it takes a while to fool someone into responding with the emotions that you want someone to respond with. That's why movies are tricky. Like the ones that make people cry or make them laugh or make them scared. It's a hard thing to do, and he's willing to take the risk to use up so much time to make you feel a certain way. And a lot of gamers have already made up their mind and feeling like they don't want to play the game at all.
Yeah, and I don't blame
Yeah.
them. I just
Yeah.
don't blame them.
It's not your poison. You know? But
You
it could
just
be. Maybe
still
it's an
choose it
acquired
though.
taste. You ever grew up tasting something and then later on, 5 years, 10 years down the road, you're like, damn, that shit tastes good.
Yeah, except for Uni, that shit's disgusting.
Well, that's the opposite effect. You were looking forward to something that you thought was gonna taste pretty good, and then you go, ah man, I didn't like it. But guess what? Your pursuit led to me loving Uni, and maybe that's what matters at the end of the day.
And speaking of which, we should have it here in the States. See how you like it in the States instead of having it in Japan.
I bet you if it comes in the States, if it's so abundant where we can have it ad nauseum here, then I wouldn't talk about it the way that I do. Where all I want to do is just spend an upwards of $2,000 to go back to a country that serves that dish.
I've had it here and it still wasn't good.
Did it taste? I mean, okay, it wasn't good. You don't like it, but did it taste like the one in Japan?
Worse.
Really? Now that I want to try. I definitely want to see for myself.
But the burning question that I have now: does Kojima sound like Nato?
I bet you he fucking loves Nato. You could probably make Nato out of boogers in Death Stranding because that's essentially what it's made out of.
It's so horrible.
Ugh.
Can we agree on that?
We can most definitely agree on that. It's shit.
On that
And with
note,
that, yeah, we both need to get the fuck away from each other.
yep. Time to
I
play
don't
the
want to
game in
waste
3
1
minutes.
minute.
Good talking to you, Fozzy. Enjoy your UPS simulator, sir.
Likewise. And, well, above all else, sir, have fun. Make jokes if
I'll
you're streaming.
Give it my best.
Do it. And then if it's shit, you keep fucking hating on it. I want to hear everything.
You know you will.
All right.
Later, homie.
See ya.